Hi, I'm Cassie, and I would like to begin by sending blessings to everybody on the planet. This video is about the negative alien agenda and the 12-tree grid. The 12-tree grid is level 1 of the Lightbody. It is the architecture of our multi-dimensional consciousness orientation. The structure of the macrocosmic universal tree of life is replicated within the microcosmic personal tree of life, the 12-tree grid. Individual human anatomy manifests upon and within the multi-dimensional layers instructed by the core manifestation template, the tree of life, which is the Lightbody architecture. Every aspect of the universal creation and life spiral are designed and instructed through these blueprint structures, and so learning to travel consciously through the universal tree of life is a pathway to personal sovereignty and freedom. Intelligence bodies created the blueprint morphogenetic field of all creation. The 12-tree grid is much more important than the chakras because we can collapse the chakras into a working unified field, membranes between collapse where they are broken off into dimensions, feeding energies back to siphoning entities such as the negative alien agenda. The 12-dimensional ray and the 12-tree grid are like homing pigeon that we can attract or magnetize the parts of our spiritual body energies and identities that need to be returned back to the rightful owner, back into original eternal God embodiment throughout this universe. Returning to the rightful owner is a command by divine right of all beings in the universal law to have their consciousness memories and light body parts to be returned to them in an event it has been hijacked or stolen by negative forces in current or even previous timelines. Due to recent positive developments, with the shield of Solomon overriding the planetary horizontal consciousness grid, there has been a systematic release of group oversoul enslavement. It was revealed that the Golden Eagle grid had harnessed consciousness power through the entrapment of various levels of human spirit bodies by trapping their consciousness from merging with their rightful owner and human body. And at this time, guardians are releasing monads that have been stapled to this Golden Eagle grid. The Golden Eagle grid is one of the guardian planetary grid networks, and the spirit body of the monad is the higher mind function of the observer, watching and aware of forming concepts and making assessments. It is the higher mind principle consciousness that comes to conclusions, that comes to neutral conclusions and decisions based on accumulated experiences. And when the spirit is in control of the nervous system of the body, it makes higher evolution of consciousness action possible. From 2010, many monads that had been split from their original twin are now being reunited, and this is the beginning phases of the restoration, which is returning back God's natural laws to the physical plane. In fact, the guardians explain that in returning to this planet the rightful laws, all spirit bodies and their energies that have been misdirected, stolen, or used by external controller forces in this last dark cycle must be returned to the rightful owner as he or she claims their authority as God and as the sovereign eternal being. The 12-tree grid is a process of spiritual body integration sequence, and that will at some point be overridden by the crystal host as the double diamond sun body exists in a different configuration pattern. However, this 12-dimensional shield and the 12-dimensional ray hub handshake configuration is what allows us to phone home to our family of Christ here in 3D matter timelines, and this is why it's so important. The double diamond sun body is the crystal star matrix from the 7 higher heavens, with the 12-dimensional shield is the foundation technique suggested to use as a protective shield to strengthen and grow your light body, as well as to utilize before you do any other healing, energy work or modality. The 12D shield is an organic part of every human being's light body, which can be repaired and activated when using the inner focusing 12 shield technique. The frequency of which activates this horizontal shield, and its vertical light pillar is platinum white in its frequency spectrum color. The 12D ray current was returned to portions of the Earth grid, therefore returned to humanity in early 2000. Many of the galactic and planetary grid workers have been setting up communication links that act as handshake hub fields to help the guardian races access the new communication links that are needed to become a dual communication exchange with Crystal Star on the Earth. And these are spinning vortexes moving into toroidal transformer fields with a neutral core, and an example is our 12-dimensional hub, which are designed for multi-purposes to run corrected current of higher frequencies. And thank you for taking the time to listen to this video.